So today was quite a surprise. I was expecting my dad to come home with the Singapore noodles from an Americanized Chinese restaurant near Lamplighter. But instead he got a garbage plate from Bill Gray's. Here's the current situation in Elvenar. I got a Hey Dad. Dad? This tastes pretty good. I got a province expansion from completing provinces on the world map. And I used that province expansion, placing it here, so I could upgrade these residences that used to look like this, so I could get some population. Some populations or plans to build up a workshop because I'm going to need to produce more supplies since I've now increased the rate at which I train units at the barracks. This is a building that produces supplies along with providing culture, so it does help out a bit with the problem, though I'm not entirely sure if that alone is enough. I spent a majority of my gold on offers from the wholesaler. Dad told me that these plates usually cost $12, but because today was a Tuesday, he got this plate for just $8 at Bill Gray's. I believe the promotion is called the Great Plates. These are the leftovers of the chocolates we got at Saratoga Springs. Tastes like raspberry. I pulled an all-nighter, making a Batman styrofoam drawing for my dad. Hazelnut. I did some brief studying for today's quiz for my intermediate Spanish 1 class. And then I took a power nap. This is the lemon one. It tastes pretty good. For the low-level battles in Iron Rage for the current lab riff of the Ancients event, for the lower levels, I don't have to worry about anything basically. Though for the mid-level missions, I have to worry about the priest unit, because if that unit so much as appears, it significantly reduces my chance of victory. As because of the priest unit, I use the landings as my support in an effort to counter what I consider to be an OP AoE attack, able to knock out one of my stormtrooper squads at just roughly level 2. Here's how things currently look on the ground, so to speak. I moved the thing styrofoam so I could take a picture today of the Batman styrofoam. I think upon taking the power nap, I woke up with about half an hour before class, so 10:30 a.m. Initially, my teeth ached a bit, which makes me think I brushed them I grinded them in my sleep. Though my teeth soon felt better. Yeah, I felt really good. Especially after listening to the song Life is Wonderful by A Meeting of Minds. In regards to the 99th Dan Hamming, I'm currently working on a scene where Michael takes care of the Uber driver following the bowl of mustard going flying, though I'm not entirely sure exactly what to do. What scream sound effect, if any, to use? Our criminal law class today continued the defense to criminal liability of self-defense. I took whatever notes I could from the PowerPoint lecture. The majority of class time, however, was given for us to go into breakaway groups in order to discuss the meetings 22 and 23 questions, discussion questions. If I recall, it's confirmed we completed at least 2 of them. If I recall, I ended up leading the discussion, and
how is everything?
Great. I have the Batman styrofoam.
Where is it?
On the nightstand where the lamp is.
In here? In my family room?
In your room. This room.
Nightstand. Oh, right here. Oh, yes. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, this is the styrofoam I pulled an all-nighter to make.
Now, did you get sleep?
Yes, I took a power nap before my Spanish quiz today.
What time was that at?
It started roughly at 11:20.
Oh.
Do you want to take the Batman styrofoam?
So you stayed up till 11:20?
I only took a power nap.
Did you get the day that it was made?
Yeah, I got it down to the exact minute, the engraving.
Nice. I like Batman.
I see you have more styrofoam.
Where?
The closet.
That's your birthday present.
My birthday was November 4th.
Christmas. But if you want an early one, you can have some more.
You know I like making styrofoams.
That's why I had to buy some. Which, you saw it up there already?
Yeah, while I was looking around for styrofoam, and I knew that was some kind of present, so I tried to resist.
I tried to resist.
You know how much I like to make styrofoams,
Well,
right?
Ty, those are your Christmas presents. So if you want another one, I'll give you another one. Let me
Okay.
eat first, okay?
Sure. My War Thunder game is currently doing some big update. Though, if I recall, I haven't played War Thunder in months. This Spanish quiz on Lesson 12. It was online via VHL Central. And in regards to that, let's see, there was a vocabulary section followed by 2 grammar sections. The first grammar section had to do with relative pronouns. Que, quien, quienes, and lo que. The second one had to do with formal 2 commands. There's a general rule that for I'm thinking the general rule is for formal 2 commands. You keep the same ending on negative commands and do the opposite ending in affirmative formal 2 commands. And these rules are reversed in informal 2 commands. That's how you grammatically differentiate from formal 2 commands and informal 2 commands, based on what I know. The brief studying I did via Quizlet helped me considerably. That it allowed me to know things, have things from my own knowledge that I otherwise wouldn't have. So it was definitely very beneficial. I knew I knew I had Spanish class today, so I got my Spanish textbook and notebook and a pen in preparation. And I used that same pen for my criminal law class. Although I ended up kind of having to throw the notebook and the textbook onto the floor to the left of me, as after we did our final Talk Abroad presentations, in which I went third, giving a generalization, as you're supposed to do for your presentation, because they're supposed to be brief and concise. I said that my partner, or mi paraje, asked me questions about homes in the United States versus homes in Ecuador. But I think more just generally homes in the United States, and whether I prefer the city or the suburbs, whether I prefer an apartment or a home. Something which I said I'm not sure about, though I think I might prefer an apartment because you have more freedom with an apartment, and that it's much easier to move. If you have an apartment versus if you have a home, you can more easily get your money back. And obviously I want to go abroad many more times. before the pandemic hit, I was hoping to do another study abroad trip into Europe. This second trip would have been in France, the UK, and the Netherlands. As that particular program interested me the most. Here's where I am in regards to the storylines. I'm currently here in terms of the revival campaign. I completed a Duolingo story to get some Spanish practice in which, I saw a Spanish verb for stop known as parar, though it being conjugated into the LA form, it became para. Exactly the same as para, a Spanish word that's supposed to be the equivalent of for in the English language. Por versus para. K versus qual. Ser versus estar. And so forth. Three cases of two things that may mean the same thing, but are not used interchangeably. And you could get some pretty interesting verbs based on the conjugations and the direct, indirect object pronouns. The infinitive of a verb means for example, the infinitive of the Spanish verb to eat, comer, literally means to eat. So, quiero comer literally means I want to eat. Necesito comer means I need to eat. By completing this campaign, I could get some more gold to upgrade Blitz. I don't believe I can completely finish the Liberation campaign. But yeah, I managed to completely finish the Expulsion campaign. Oh yeah. Liberation is pretty special in a sort of way. They recently added in daily rewards for the Labyrinth campaign, so that's definitely an improvement. I'm assuming that the Charon train got destroyed. Yes, it did, and I have 3 cargo. Not a full team for Spider yet. Here's where I currently stand in the Labyrinth campaign. I'm able to beat most of the missions with at least some luck. Kind of dependent on either the priest not showing up.
How was everything?
Delicious.
Wow, I finished before you?
There's only one noodle left, basically.
I'm done. I must have been hungry. But you had candy and stuff. How hungry are you?
I'm ready for a challenge.
Well, do you want a sandwich for lunch tomorrow? Or do you want half of that tomorrow? Because I bought another one.
Maybe half of the garbage plate tomorrow.
Okay. Do you want a sandwich now in like a little bit?
A little bit, perhaps.
All right, and then I'll give you a pudding too.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay, love you, Dad.
I bought three garbage plates.
I remembered what you told me following the Spanish quiz. Microwave the leftover fettuccine for 2 minutes. Then I separated the squash you put in. Stirred up the fettuccine. Though, honestly, I didn't get every single piece of fettuccine, and I accidentally separated a piece of chicken.
No, that's all right.
Then I microwaved the fettuccine for 2 more minutes in the microwave.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Nice. So, all right, but
Excuse me.
So we'll save the garbage plate for tomorrow for lunch.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad. What character do you want me to make for you next?
I'm gonna have to look it up. What do you want? Because I got these.
Probably the same piece as Batman, probably, at this
point. Then I also had the thicker ones.
Whichever one's more suitable for the next character you come up with.
Probably these.
Thanks.
Hope you didn't look at all your presents.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't look at that one that's wrapped up.
I didn't wrap anything.
I get what you mean. Your secret's safe with me.
These are socks. So, all right. But I'll have to look. But I do like this Batman. It's good. I like all the colors. That is like a perfect Batman.
Yeah, I didn't have a gray Sharpie, or at least one that would be wet enough for me to cover all that surface, so I had to cheat a bit by using a marker that's actually a shade of green. But it looks pretty close to gray.
Well, it looks like blue.
Blue?
Yeah, Batman's like a bluish grayish. That's like perfect. That's awesome.
Either way, it turned out pretty well.
It did. All right, well, you can have the sandwich and a pudding later.
Thanks.
You still got to drink, right?
Yeah.
All right, take your time on that.